Good evening, Alan. Nice to see you. And tonight there is breaking news in the Natalee Holloway case. Now, Joran van der Sloot says he lied. Lied about what? About that new tape that allegedly solves the Natalee Holloway case. Dutch crime reporter Peter de Vries says Joran is caught on tape, and what you see on tape cracks the case of Natalee's disappearance. That tape will be broadcast on Dutch TV on Sunday. 18-year-old Natalee vanished during a graduation trip in Aruba in May of 2005. And there is more news tonight. The Aruban prosecutor's office has just announced it is reopening the investigation because of this new tape. Join us live on the phone from Aruba is Jussie Mansour, managing editor for Diario newspaper. Good evening, Jussie. And now, Jussie, I understand that Joran van der Sloot is saying that he lied on that tape.
Well, he did say that. I mean, everybody knows it because it was in the newspapers in Holland. But I think that by doing that, what he is doing really is validating the legitimacy of the recording, because he's referring to his involvement in Natalee's disappearance and that he was lying to this guy. So he is validating that the tape, the recording, is legitimate.
Well, it certainly is a strange turn of events, because yesterday it was reported that he said on tape that this Dutch reporter now has is details suggesting or stating his involvement in the disappearance and death of Natalee. Now today he says essentially it's being reported that, yes, he said that on tape, but that he was lying. All right, now let's find out, do you know anything about this tape? Who made the tape, where it was made, when it was made?
You know, I know as much as anybody else about this tape because the prosecution, or Mr. de Vries himself, has kept the details to himself. He will reveal them, I understand, in the 2-hour program they plan to air Sunday in Holland.
The prosecutor has now said, and there was a release yesterday, a press release yesterday, press release as well as today in Dutch. At least we've attempted to have it translated. And our translation says that he wants to reopen the investigation. Is that what you understand is happening? No,
not that he wants, that he has reopened the investigation. And I also understand that they requested for the arrest of Joran again in Holland, and that the request from the prosecution is on the desk of a judge of instruction in Holland that has made a decision within the next 48 hours.
And if the judge elects to issue that, he will be picked up in Holland and brought back to Aruba?
Exactly. Same thing as last time.
All right. Now, last time, though, it turned out to be, absolutely ridiculous, because the prosecutor at least had released information, or released a press release saying that he had new information. It turned out he didn't have new information, and the case was dismissed against all three. Tonight, what's your thought? Is the prosecutor going to get his arrest warrant this time?
He may get it. I mean, the possibility is there, because everybody who's seen this tape, everybody who's had the privilege of seeing this tape so far, claim it's good. It is evidence. There is an admission by the main suspect, and it could happen.
Do you have any information how detailed the statement is on the tape? Because that really does matter, because what's going to have to happen is that the prosecutor is going to have to take that statement and make an effort to corroborate it to see whether there's a truthful statement or not. Do you have any information about the content?
No, we don't. What we know is what's been made public in the big presses in Holland. That is that he has an involvement, a direct involvement, in the death of Natalee, and that he, with a friend, got rid of the body in the ocean. They threw the body in the ocean. That's all we know, that for a fact, that's on the tape.
Does he bring the Kelpos into this, or does he say that he did this alone?
No. The Kelpos are completely out of this picture.
Now, Peter de Vries, tell me who he is. I mean, he's familiar to people in Aruba, but he's not familiar here in the United States. Who is he?
Peter de Vries used to be a police officer. He used to do crime investigations in Holland before he turned over to becoming a journalist, a crime reporter. He has worked on many other cases in Holland with good successes. And his program is watched very thoroughly by many people in Holland and in Aruba. It's followed everywhere within the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
How do you describe the reaction to this story in Holland? Is it headlines, for instance, on your newspaper? Are people talking about it?
All the newspapers, the big newspapers in Holland, are carrying it on their front pages, which never did before. But now they are carrying it because I understand, and I know why it's happening, because all the news is originating in Holland. Everything is happening in Holland.
How about Aruba? How about the Aruban media? Is that...
We are following the case. We are picking up the news that we get from the Telegraaf and Volkskrant and the Nos Journal and all the other big newspapers from Holland. We have contacts with many of them.
All right, Jassy, thank you. And we're going to continue, of course, to follow it from here. Thank you, Jassy.
You're welcome.
Now, Jeroen van der Sloot and the Kelpo brothers were the last people known to be seen with Natalie. Jeroen van der Sloot has been arrested more than once in connection with Natalie's disappearance, and we sat down with Jeroen back in 2006. He told us this. So, but there was we had some sort of sexual contact at some point. Is that right?
Yeah.
Was that in the car or is that on the beach?
That was on the beach, too.
And at this point, Satish and Deepak, they're long gone in the car.
Yeah.
Other people walking on the beach?
Yeah, there was, on the time that I started walking the other direction, there was only one couple that walked by. And because most of them were at the actual Marriott hotel, that period, there was only one couple that actually walked by.
What was it that was the sort of the, why did you leave? I mean, what happened? Did the conversation end, or how did you happen to leave?
What's that?
Leave the beach. At some point, you and Natalie separated, according to you, is that right? How did that come about?
Well, I mean, I had to go to school the next day. I was close to my exams. I had to do my final exams. And, you know, the bus was picking me up at 6:40 a.m. I mean, I had to go home, and I didn't want my dad to go into my room and see I'm not there or anything like that. So, I mean, I had to go home. So, yeah, at one point I told her, you know, it's time to go back to your hotel. And she was just like, no, let's stay here. Let's look at the stars. She was just saying, you know, stay here with me, just stay here with me the whole night. Tomorrow I have to go back anyway, and you know, that's what we were talking about.
And what did you say? I mean, how does the conversation go back and forth between the two of you on this?
Yeah, so she was asking me to stay, and I told her I really had to go, so, you know, for me to bring her back to her hotel. And then I said, at the end, I said, okay, well, I'm going to call Deepak to come pick me up.